Hello, I am Dr. Vladimir, plastic surgeon, aesthetic surgeon from Paris. And I came here to Israel to show and explain a new technique, which is how to rejuvenate with minimal surgical impairment. So it's a new facelift. It's called the micro lift, and it is aimed to help men and women to stay longer young with minimal side effects. And also, it is so necessary to look young. For me, it would be very good to have this operation performed, because we have to work, we have to seduce, we have to feel good in front of the mirror. And so all the procedures which are on the market now are trending to bring us this solution.
Less invasive?
Less invasive. And we as surgeons, we are very invasive. We make facelift with a huge dissection. Patients are unhappy because it takes time to become very better in a skin, in a shape. It takes time to recover. And so we had to find a surgical way to make a quick facelift under local anesthesia, which can be done even in the office of the surgeon without any night spent in a clinic, and to have a very good result. And so this technique has been promoted since 3 years, and I am very happy to offer it to the public, and I came to present it here in Israel because we have to fight against thread lifts. Thread lifts is a very interesting method which consists in putting some threads below the skin, and it pulls the skin up, but it is not very efficient because first you don't take away skin, so it's always extra skin, and also that the threads slide on the skin, and so you have not a maintained result. So after 6 months, 1 year, you are still back in the same point where you were.
And your procedure?
And in this procedure, we take away the extra skin, which is very important, and also we go below a layer which is called the SMAS. I invented the SMAS in '74, which is a very strong layer. It's like it would be your underpants, for instance, when you have trousers. And it allows, by pulling together the skin and this layer, to have a very strong pull and a maintaining pull. And that's the big advantage of this technique.
But you're talking about a very quick procedure, and it sounds complicated what you do.
No, it's not complicated, because an usual facelift would take 2 hours, 2.5 hours. And this procedure is done in 45 minutes or 1 hour on both sides. So it's not complicated. It's like in a dentist work to make you beautiful teeth. All our techniques of aesthetic surgery now have to be much more light and not impair the daily life of our patients.
And how long does it take till you go back to your daily life?
Between 3 and 1 week, 3 days, 1 week. It depends on the cases, but there's no swelling because it's very limited undermining of the skin. So everything stays in position. It's just a very strong pull of the tissues, and not a pull only on the skin, but also on the deep part of the structures, which is called the SMAS.
Wow. And this procedure, how long does it take before you see results, the real results?
I showed the videos after 4 days, and after 2 months, and after 6 months, and after 1 year. And really, I'm very happy to offer this technique to the patients who want to have a good result and an easy result.
And a natural result?
And a very natural result, because it is designed to have a gentle pull all around the ear without lines of traction which would be too strong, like the thread, because the threads are really pulling in one direction, and here all the skin is made very nicely on the deep structures, like a woman who makes her bed. She would pull on the side, she would pull on the top of the bed, and she would put everything in the good place. And so that's possible without a big surgery.
So your recommendation, for whom is it a fit? Do you have to be like 50 years old, 60 years old, or you can start even at 40 years?
You can start even before 40 years, because sometimes patients of 30 years have this, we call this jaws, we become a little bit heavy, or the neck becomes a little bit too full. And so it's possible to start it when the problem starts.
And it prevents it to go to get even worse, right?
Yes, yes. The interest is it prevents to go to go worse, and also it allows to make the other treatment that women like injection in the nasolabial folds or eyelid surgery when it is necessary. So I am not saying that everyone should go for surgery, but when a person looking at his own mirror says, well, I have a problem, she should go to a surgeon to assess the problem and to see if something is possible, if she's suffering of this change of appearance.
Okay, but you performed that in Paris. What about us, the Israeli women?
Well, I'm very happy because when I presented this technique, a lot of colleagues said, well, your technique looks very interesting, I will try it. So there is probably here a new trend of a new...
So you expect now an Israeli surgeon to come to Paris to learn this technique?
No, I think that they will be perfectly able to do this after the presentation I made. It's like cooking. I explained everything I do, so I'm sure they will do that pretty well.
So you got reactions from Israeli plastic surgeons that they want to apply the technique?
Yes, I'm very proud. Wow.
So it's basically you're bringing the gift of easy technique to here to Israel.
Yes, absolutely. That's right. You're right.
Now the $1,000,000 question: how much does it cost?
In France, it costs 5,000 euros altogether for this procedure. I don't know how much my colleagues will charge here, but
this is the price, and you get the results.
yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much, doctor.
My pleasure.
Thank you.